As a baseball fan, I really wanted to do this cocktail as a reference to the team one of my favorite players, Cal Raleigh, plays for. And today we're doing the Submariner. Hello, welcome back to the Cocktail Alchemist, and as I just said, we're doing the Submariner cocktail. It's a riff off of Jeff Beachbum Berry's Ancient Mariner cocktail, but this one has a little bit of a more technique-driven approach to it. For example, we made this grapefruit punch syrup for this cocktail today. All you need for that is grapefruit juice and grapefruit oleosaccharum, sugar, and citric acid. The exact measurements are in the book, so I still highly recommend you guys get that, and so are the instructions. I can't remember them off the top of my head. Let's get into the cocktail though. So we're going to start off with lemon. And we're going to do 3/4 of an ounce of it. Then I'm going to do 5 drops of saline solution. And that salt is really going to bring out the flavors of the cocktail. Similar to how salt works in food, it works the same way with drinks. Next up, we've got our grapefruit punch syrup. And we're going to do 1.5 ounces of this stuff. Next up, we've got fresh squeezed pineapple juice. Always use fresh squeezed if you can. We're going to do 1 ounce of that. And by the way, I finally learned what the seltzer water does with these cocktails in Tiki. I'd asked that question a couple times when I was doing the Smuggler's Code book. And I finally learned it from the Tropical Standard book. Apparently blending the carbonation releases the salt and the extra sugar in there. And the effervescence helps to mix the cocktail completely. I don't really know why we would blend a carbonated beverage, considering it's going to mix the cocktail anyways, but I can see the reason for the salt. I just question why you do both seltzer and saline in the same cocktail, I guess. But who am I to judge? I'm just trying these out. Either way, we're going to use 1.5 ounces of our seltzer water. And finally, we have gin. Now, the book specifically called for a New World style gin. So, in my case, that would mean something like Empress or Citadel. But I have this St. Augustine gin that I got when I visited North Florida not too long ago. And I've been loving this stuff, so I'm going to use it in this cocktail. We're going to do 2 ounces of that. You can just smell the black pepper and the juniper as soon as you open this. It's a very aromatic gin, I will say. Alright, now we're going to throw our agitator cubes in here. So we're going to throw about 5 larger cubes. And then some crushed ice. And we're going to blend away. because of the seltzer water and the pineapple, you really get a lot of foam in this cocktail. And I'm gonna double strain it because I was supposed to strain out the lemon, and the pineapple juice, but I just didn't. So I'm gonna double strain it here just to get the pulp and seeds out and all that. Now you see we've got a healthy wash line, so what do you do with that? Crushed ice. That's excellent. And then for garnish, we're going to do a slice of grapefruit. Going to snake it into the side there. And then 2 pineapple fronds. Behind the grapefruit right there. And there we go, the Submariner. Death, taxes, and me forgetting a straw. 3 certain things in this world. Wow. Yeah. Ooh. So the first thing that you get is that tropical flavor from the pineapple. And then that's being balanced out with the lemon juice and the grapefruit punch syrup. Now, grapefruit punch syrup is actually acting as both a bitter and sweet element because grapefruit, while it's added, it's got a lot of sugar added, is what I'm trying to say, to that syrup, with the oleosaccharin being made out of sugar and sugar being added to it again. But it's still got that bitter quality that grapefruit has, and that's really nice in this cocktail. Then you get that gin, which it's so botanical forward. It's so nice. Definitely, if you're around the South and you can get to St. Augustine, or if you go to St. Augustine, period, check out St. Augustine Distillery and get some of this gin. It is fantastic. I'm not sponsored by them at all. I've been loving that bottle so much. And they also have an Old Tom gin that is equally as good. Alright, that's going to do it for today. I'm glad that we finally figured out the mystery of seltzer water and tiki cocktails. Either way, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Cheers.